it to the rim and finishes with the left, and he's fouled.
Yo, I'm a Knick.
Yes, we're here. Season 2. I have to unmute Brandon. And we're back. There it is. Yo, my gosh, man. The things we have gone through today, but ladies and gentlemen, we are here. We are back. Brandon.
Chris.
Welcome back to Season 2. How are you feeling, bro?
Back, Christopher, to season 2.
It feels like that off season as long as it felt while we were going through it, it didn't feel that long.
Jesus Christ. Okay. I heard you twice, so I apologize.
Oh, you had me twice.
Loud as hell. I freaked out. But yes, as you were saying, that was a good off season.
Yeah, great for some people, but we'll get into that later in the episode. But I was saying, as long as the off season felt, it honestly wasn't that long.
It wasn't. What, 2 months, right?
Yeah, but normally, but maybe it's because we had the FIBA basketball. Maybe that helped. And I've been watching NBL, so I've been watching basketball a lot up until right now. So I mean, maybe that is what it is.
A lot more than most people. Yeah.
Amen. Gotta watch that future Knick Lamelo Ball. You know what I'm talking about? I'll make sure he's right. No, that I'm not doing anything this year. No, I'm pushing for it. I'm gonna speak it to existence, but nah. Hashtag anybody to NY is not happening this year. You ain't gonna get none of that from me for the rest of my life. I put all my eggs in that KD basket, and here he is on Ebro in the morning, burning me on the stake. Like I'm done. Whatever. Forget him. But what's good, chat? What's popping, people? How's everybody doing, man? Let me yeah, man. Even though I got some of you guys, still bugging me, but no, all love.
On Twitter?
Everywhere.
Oh.
Everywhere. No, but it's all love. I'm totally messing.
Still come bug me.
I saw.
Lay off Chris for 2 seconds. All right?
No, it's all good.
Y'all can come talk to your favorite. What's the best way of putting this?
I don't know how many streams you were able to come through while we were off, but we were for the people in the chat will know we would do a Brandon cam, and it would go to this camera right here, but you wouldn't be sitting there, so I'd just be looking at a blank empty box. So there we'd be like, shout out to Brandon cam, and now Brandon is back.
Hey, I was frozen that one time.
That was so funny. I need to go through all of last season and make a compilation. I'm gonna make that a project. But yo, man, what's good? Shout out to Honey Badger, Kawhi Leonard's in the building, baby. Above the rim, Chris Tiller as always. MH, 2K Mello, aka Stay Mellow. Who else we got? Melvin. We got the Battle of the Melvins in the chat. Scrolling down. Jay Woods, what's good, Woods? We got Intermediate Gamer. We in here, man. We live, baby. We live. Before we get into the meat of the episode, we just gonna chat and catch up with you guys. Chris, Brandon Warren, favorite co-host. And speaking of co-hosting, when's your show coming back? When is
So me and Steve decided we were gonna wait.
after preseason?
Yeah, because we're still trying to figure out our schedules. So once that's all figured out, I anticipate that it's gonna be that first Monday of the first season.
Got you.
As soon as we know,
Then you guys will be back in the grind. There you go. You gotta do it. Gotta do it. My man Fonzo said coming in with the Clipper Nation. How does that make you feel?
who's the Clipper Nation?
My man Fonzo.
Hey, you got your team, we got our team.
Look,
right?
there you go. That's the way you look at it. Die Ray, what's good, homie?
Now, if you asked me back in July,
It was not the same answer.
I might have had to slap him silly.
It wasn't as mature of an answer. Yes, I get that. Trust me, I'm right there with you, man. Rado said they got a snake problem in Brooklyn. We're gonna get into that today for sure. Hey, believe it or not, and a lot like Brandon, my response is gonna probably surprise a lot of you guys. If you guys have been seeing me on Twitter, you'll see that I'm probably not as hyped up as the rest of the Knicks clan right now.
I saw some of that.
Brandon can't be heard at this moment, CK. All right. Do you want me to turn Brandon up? Let's turn Brandon up. Brandon, speak your truth.
Turn all the way up.
Brandon is very loud now, so you guys can't complain.
Turn all the way up.
Edward, what's good? Just tuning in. What's up, CK? What we talking about right now? We just saying what's up. Everybody getting comfortable. Get your seats, get your popcorn, get your water, get your drinks. But we are back, man. Well, the season is semi-back. Both of our teams have played. Brandon, I'm sure, is beyond excited. Knicks feed, shout out to Knicks feed. Everybody, go show the man some love over on IG. I'm sure Brandon, being our resident Laker guy. I don't know. I've been waiting to talk to you about this because I don't know if you're shooting like you're embracing the high, or if you're in like it's preseason mode, or are you just there like we go get the chip, baby? Like I'm trying to figure. I'm trying to gauge which Brandon Warren you are right now. So please feel free to let us know how you feeling about y'all.
So I watched a little bit of the game with my uncles.
Okay.
And the ladder that you just pointed out, saying that woohoo, we won this. That was
pretty much every other Laker fan. Yeah, that don't surprise me at all.
All the old heads, all excited. And I was pretty level. I was like, man, we gonna win 48 games.
No surprise.
All of them were upset with me. All of them upset.
Yeah. You gotta believe, man.
Yeah.
You don't see what we're saying?
We've been asked for 6 years. You mean to tell me we only win 48 games? Man, get this, other explicits. Get this man out of here. So yeah. I'm very calm. I was pleased with what I saw. There was moments where I was just all like, ooh, let me relax. Let me calm down. Mm-hmm. It's only preseason. But I like what I see so far.
Yeah. And I said the same thing. I mean, I've because of the Lakers and because of the fan base, I've posted quite a few Laker videos over on the Fumble.
Yes.
And
yes, you have.
But the thing is, look, you can't get mad at me. I've toned down my Laker hate for the sake of choice. No, I had a choice. I have a choice. Because I did go in. I still went in the video. Because of the other Laker fans out there, and you know who you are, that are talking about, we're going to win a championship, baby. Yeah, this is it. Take that, Warriors. This is a signal. And then the damn Lakers account want to join the fun talking about, what they say, consider yourself warned, NBA, or some stupid like that. Oh, my God. So that I went in on that. But from my NBA fan standpoint, I did say it was impressive. The Lakers looked all right. They looked like what you would expect them to look like. They look like what they would look like in 2K.
A veteran team.
Yes, but not broken down. The cohesion looked like it was there. I'm gonna give them respect where it's warranted for sure.
Absolutely.
It's unfortunate that I saw number 2, but it wasn't the number 2 I wanted to see.
Shut up.
That was rough. I wasn't used to that. Now, I really don't have a reason to watch Lakers anymore. I'm gonna be watching a lot of highlights. But I mean, hey man, Anthony Davis looked like Anthony Davis. I don't know what else.
He's number 3.
He is number 3. There's no 2 in his number either.
No.
Rick Harrison saying R.I.P. Cousins. Che, what's good, man? Welcome back, Brody. Yes, season 2, baby. We back. Christian, what's good, man? Christian in the chat. Okay, we got a Christian sighting. But speak your truth, Brandon, because we gonna go to the Knicks next. So I want you to speak your truth before we come over to my side.
No, man, I'm curious as to see if we're gonna continue to play Rondo, because oh boy, that's
I know that's been your guy. That's been your guy, and not for the right reason.
No, Rondo for his entire tenure as a Laker, he's gonna be in that doghouse for me.
Okay.
I don't know. There was a couple of times, a couple of possessions where he just threw like these Jay Woods passes to Dwight Howard, and I for those who don't know, those are really like fast balls when they're like 2 feet away from you.
Yeah, a lot of heat.
And it was just so frustrating. I know you know of a player that's going to be on the Knicks that's like that, where you're just like, I don't want him on the floor.
I'm looking for him this year.
You will find it eventually.
But no, every year. But Brandy, you know me. Every year I got him early. But this year I'm looking for him. And unfortunately, it seems like he might be Dennis Smith Jr. for me right now. And I know a lot of Knicks fans, about to tear me up for saying that. But I haven't found that for my Knicks yet. But I get it. Trust me, I understand. That was, remember Jared Jack?
Jared Jack, yes. The man that used to be.
I know exactly what you mean. That guy is like, yeah, I'm glad, cool. Like, I'm sure you're good for what's in practice and everything, but when we trying to win, can you stay off
Move
the floor,
on.
please? Yeah, can you get off the floor? Like,
Screw,
yeah. Sit on the far end of the bench. LeBron James got it. And they did do that. They did start with LeBron at the point, didn't they?
No. Well, technically.
I don't know. I'm asking.
They had Avery, Danny, LeBron, AD, and McGee. So I guess in all actuality, yes. But if it just depends. Are you playing 2K? Then Avery Bradley's point guard.
Yeah.
If you're playing real life, LeBron was point guard.
Yeah.
So I like that lineup. I hope we finish more games with that lineup, except AD at the 5 and then Kuz at the 4. I like to see that.
I said that. See, I look. I took my Laker hater hat off, and I spoke my truth, and I said the exact same thing. I said LeBron James playing point guard is the best situation for that team in fourth quarter situation. I know a lot of people be like, "Well, how is he going to guard the point guard?" That's what Avery Bradley's for. Avery Bradley, exactly. So, anyways,
okay.
But yeah, man, look good. When you guys play your next game? When's your next game?
I believe it's Thursday. If that game is still going on, you know how.
That's right. The China stuff. Yeah. I think we're gonna talk about that
So-
lightly towards the end of the episode. Yeah. What's good, Stephen Tillman in the chat, ladies and gentlemen? Say what's up. Respect Rondo, Brandon. He's a playmaker. MH.
I'm not. No, I'm way past beyond that. He's one of those dudes where you had your time, bro, and it's just coaching is more fit for you at this point.
Yeah.
He might have flashes, don't get me wrong, but nothing. He won't change my mind the entire season.
He shouldn't be playing big minutes.
Yes.
Like,
Give it to
I get
Alex
it.
Caruso.
Yeah, I get what you're saying.
Now, please and thank you. You'll understand. Thank me later. Matter of fact, add me on the coaching staff right now.
EJ, chill out with this. My man EJ1 and Brandon, you know, you about to attack him too. EJ1 out here talking junk, saying that Warriors were playing Omari Spellman, LMAO. Is that you trying to say that that's a bad thing? No, the Walrus. The Walrus. What you mean, man? You don't sleep on Omari Spellman.
Like that.
Don't you do that. Do not do that. Omari Spellman was a great pickup for them. Man, talking trash on Omari. Don't do that. I'm telling you, watch him become a Knick, man. You're going to be singing a different song, bro.
I still remember when Terry was saying.
Yo, we were dying. Yo, from my Knicks fans, Terry and Trey, Terry from Terry and Trey. We was going in on Amari, yo. In a good way,
too. Yeah.
In a good way, because we were loving him. We were loving him. And literally after he blew up in that summer league game, we found out that same night he was traded to the Warriors because the Warriors were like, "Oh yeah, bring that boy over. Bring him over. We need him."
They saw what we saw. Okay.
Yeah, because we were. Oh man, us, J Max, so to my Knicks people, J Mackery, Terry Trey, everybody. We was all like, man, let the Knicks need to trade for this dude. Brandon like, yeah, we take him over on the Lakers too, man. Jack P, what's good? What's good, Jack P? How you doing? Yes, I am reading chat. Yes, we are. Leave Amari alone. He's a Nova boy. Yeah. So is another ex-Laker. I'm gonna let Brandon. I'm not going easy on Brandon this year, man, because I watched that Pelicans game and I'm like, sheesh. Imagine if the Lakers just let it happen. And the same thing with Julius Randle. And speaking of which, my turn. Yesterday was the beginning of the season for myself. Now, Brandon's season began early because they were they played the Warriors on Saturday. But they played early because they were going to be making that trip to China. We're going to talk about that later. But they're making their trip to China to play the rest of their preseason over there against the Warriors again. No, you guys playing the Warriors like the entire preseason.
Against the Nets.
Right.
And then we play against the Warriors like two more
times. Yeah. Yeah, that's weird. Yeah, the preseason this year whoever did the schedule for preseason this year just seemed lazy. Because for us, we're playing the Wizards twice. And then we play Hawks and then Pelicans.
Yeah. I mean, it's probably to save time and travel. Honestly,
probably.
Why do you need to be traveling? God knows where
for preseason
outside of China. I mean, I get
China and India. India made its appearance this year too. We're gonna talk about that a little bit too.
Yeah, I get why we're out there, but at the same time, like if you can just send 2 California teams out there, so be it. I don't get the Nets being out there.
The new owner. He's got stakes in China, man. He's Mr. Co-founder of Alibaba, man. He got some stakes in China, so he trying to get his team get that fan base over there, man. He trying to get that international fan base with the Nets.
I mean, you got to do what you got to do.
Look, man, like I said, I'll give my opinion on the Nets later. I can hate all I want, man. We'll get to that later. But let's talk about the New York Knickerbockers, because we had debuted yesterday and we came out for blood. Shout out to David Fizdale. Shout out to Marcus Morris. Shout out to Julius Randle. Shout out to Mitchell Robinson. And shout out to the young god himself, RJ, Brandon's favorite nickname, Maple Mamba Barrett.
God damn it.
Yes. The Knicks played their first preseason game against the Washington Wizards. And from start, I don't want to say start to finish, because we finished very Knicks-ish, which is, to be expected. But something that was different was from at least the first to the beginning of the fourth quarter, we played like we had our foot on their neck. And I like that. And it was nice. I know it's preseason, but just like what I believe the Lakers did in the first half of y'all game, Fizdale did that the entire game for us. Fizdale, last season, we played 17 players. Because you have 20 in the preseason, so we played 17 of our 20 players last year in the first game of the preseason. This year, Fizdale said we're playing 10, meaning that Fizdale and the 10 players were players that are going to be in the actual regular season rotation. Meaning that Fizdale was making a point early that we're trying to play for real. And like I said with the Lakers, Brandon, the Lakers did the exact same thing in the first half. Lakers said, "Look, LeBron." AD, like we playing our rotation in this first half because we send a tone for the Warriors, and I feel like Fizdale did this exact same thing in this first game, and we didn't roll over. We had a good lead for the majority of the game up until good old third quarter Knicks showed up, but this time we weathered the storm thanks to RJ Barrett, who shot a solid 6 of 13. For all my efficiency attackers out there who saying RJ Barrett is not an efficient player, he's gonna he had some for you guys, man. Woo, he did. He had some for you guys. But as excited as I'm sounding and as ignorant as I'm being right now, I like Brandon said, it was one of those things where you want to be hyped about it, but then you come back down and remember what time it is. It's the first game of the preseason. Mm-hmm. That's all it is.
The other team isn't looking as good.
Yeah, the Wizards.
Our own team might just be like, man, what in God's name kind of basketball is going on right now?
Exactly. We played the Wizards, and I'm not trying to take anything away because there were a lot of beautiful for the way RJ Barrett to play how he played. 39 minutes. 39 of 48 minutes RJ Barrett played in his first game. And that old RJ Barrett, Duke RJ Barrett, we could have seen RJ Barrett put up 25 shots and only make those same 6 of them. But he shot 13 shots and made 6 of his 13 in 39 minutes. So there's a lot of and the defense was something like I knew he had the potential to be a defensive player. I know he has the NBA ready body, blah, 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 blah. But for him to go out there and play well for all 39 minutes in his first game as a rookie against actual NBA talent again, like that's a positive, regardless if it's the Wizards or if it's the 76ers, the Bucks or the Warriors. Doesn't matter who it is. For him to do something like that in the first game in the NBA setting, I would appreciate something like that. I mean, you can have the same energy for Julius Randle. Julius Randle only had 11 points, but at the same time, Julius Randle played a lot of point forward, looking like a throwback Lamar Odom, and it was great. Like I'm excited for that. Saw a lot of things that Yeah, man. But Brandon, and you know how critical I've been on Julius Randle when he was a Laker. I used to be so critical on Julius Randle because I always thought he was gonna be a good player, but I didn't like how he played because he would always do the same thing. He would stay at the top of the 3-point line, get that ball, but the thing is, he would get the ball and he would just stop. And you knew, oh man, that nobody touching the ball. Julius Randle is about to go bully his way into the thing, and he did that 2 times. But both times it resulted in a beautiful bounce pass to RJ Barrett, and then the second time turned into a very calm and collected shot in the paint. It was just like, yo, that's not Lakers, Julius. Like that's different. Because I sat there, I'm like, oh boy, here we go, Julius Randle being Mr. Bully. But it was good. So there's a lot of positives that came out of it. But again, I didn't want to be too high. In the moment, I was a slave of the moment. I ain't going front. If you saw me on Twitter, but
I saw it.
Time, yeah, I was loving it, boy. I was loving it.
I had to stay off Twitter because I would have seen the first tweet. I would have been like,
"What
you talking about?" would have went off, but
Yeah,
I stayed off. I stayed off for the most part.
Yeah, man.
But we're both excited about our teams.
Very.
That's what we're trying to say.
Very, 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 very excited. Very excited. This season is gonna be a fun season, not just for your Lakers, my Knicks. It's gonna be a fun season overall, and because I've been watching I watched the same Pelicans because they were playing the same exact time. So when we were in halftime, I got to watch them more closely. I'm just watching that team play 139 points. Like I know the Hawks aren't known for very good defense, but the thing is, the Pelicans showed that they can play some defense. I mean, it's one thing to say that they stopped into 109 points, but in today's NBA, 109 with the pace they were playing, that's pretty solid. 109 to 139 was pretty solid.
Yeah.
Speak.
I think the Pelicans are gonna their main issue I think is gonna be half-court offense, which is the same thing that we had last year with those players.
With the same core that they got, yeah.
Exactly. So I think Drew's gonna have to figure it out in terms of leadership. Not that I don't think he's not capable. It's just something that is going to be an obstacle for them the entire season.
But that was the big thing too. Is I sorry, Brandon, I have to talk about him. That's my guy. But it was a different Lonzo. Lonzo was out there pointing, talking to people, dribbling the ball up, talking to folks, saying like, "You got to be here, move here. When you see me come this way." Like it was a different Lonzo Ball.
Confident Lonzo,
man, and he was just in his element. And alongside of the same Drew Holiday, like you were just saying. I'm not gonna jump and say no P words because it's still a Western Conference team, but they look, man. Zion Williamson got himself in the right situation. Luckily for him, I know we saw the face when the lottery night, but that team's gonna be.
That dunk, I just saw it again.
You saw it again,
yeah.
And it's just, man. There you go. Pop. Sorry, I was waiting for it. I remember that play. Anyways, but yeah, man, they're gonna be fun. Pelicans are gonna be the other team that I'll be paying attention to. Not quite like my Knicks, but I will definitely be watching on League Pass when they got a game. But before we
look fire,
man, but we're getting too far ahead of it. Let me jump back a little bit, see what you guys have to say about the Knicks before we get too far into the show, because we will be talking about other things. Speaking of preseason, right now RJ Hampton is playing. For my people who are paying attention to the draft, RJ Hampton and the Breakers are playing against the Grizz. And let's just say RJ didn't have the greatest of games, but it's okay. There's that. He's still young. He's 18, 19, 20, 19, one of those two. We bend but didn't break. That is factuals. As far as the Knicks game, that is facts. For real, that third quarter.
Flexible.
Yeah, we did, but we actually normally in that third quarter when we have a 12-point or more lead and it comes down to 4-2, that's the end of the game. You knew the Knicks were gonna lose the game, but nah, man. RJ Barrett said, "Look, man, I wasn't here last year. I don't know about that stuff you guys are doing," and he helped us back. Anyways, Scott, what's good, man? I see you, yo. CK? What's good? Yeah, people compare him to Wiggins, LMAO. Yeah, idiots compare him to Wiggins. Anyways, I mean, if you just look at his energy on the court. Look, Wiggins and RJ, I swear, if you were to tell me, and I didn't know anything about RJ Barrett, you were to tell me he was Canadian, I wouldn't believe you at all. The way that dude barking on the floor, that ain't very non-Canadian, if you ask me.
I didn't know Canadians were like quiet and reserved, or just didn't show emotion. Is that like a common thing, or what? Am I reading too much into this?
No, but I mean, think about him. Tyler Ennis, Andrew Wiggins. I mean, maybe the few exceptions would be like a Steve Nash or Tristan Thompson. He's Canadian, right? Yeah,
Tristan Thompson's Canadian.
He's Canadian. Like they're probably the few exceptions, but for the most part, a lot of the Canadian players, yeah, they're very, very, very reserved. I mean, even Iggy Brazdeikis from our team, like, yeah, he has his moments where he gets flashy. I mean, we saw him, if you watch any Michigan games, he was like Mo Wagner Mark II. Like, every time he had a bucket, he had to let the other team know Johnny Manziel status. But at the same time, even outside of that, he's a very quiet to himself kind of guy. Confident, but quiet. But, yeah, that's the statement with Canadian players, man.
Did not know that. I mean, not that I noticed. Over here in the West Coast, we don't draft Canadians for some reason.
Tyler Ennis, but that's why I use Tyler Ennis. I mean, you didn't draft him, but I mean that's a prime example.
We had Tyler Ennis for a rental, man.
You sure did.
He really didn't have an opportunity either. So
nah, he didn't.
Not that he was gonna relish in that opportunity. So
yeah.
That's what it is.
Yep. It's all. I mean, look, that's the past. You ain't there. Yeah. Oh, I'm forgetting about the Canadian Beast. Thank you. You're right, Anthony Bennett. So I mean, say no more. So there you go. Yeah, that's the segment.
All right. Speaking of ogres, no, that's freaking. What's his name? That's playing overseas. Delfino, or not Delfino?
Darko.
Just showed a photo. Darko.
Yes. Yeah. Oh, yeah. We can talk about that later on in the episode. That's true. That photo surfaced of Fat Darko.
And he's just getting his nuts grabbed on. That
was weird. I was surprised that nobody was talking about that part. Everybody was
nobody was.
Yeah, man. I was looking at the photo. That's the first thing I saw. I'm like, whoa, is that how they play basketball over there? Like,
I would be mad.
In his defense, so that was probably the picture was taken right before he get off my nuts, kind of. You know what I mean? Yeah, me too, bro. I'm trying to give him some help. Delano, don't forget the egg facts. You're right, Delano. That's true. RJ's family is from New York. That's a very factual statement. So I guess he was just born Canadian, but that doesn't mean he had the Canadian blood in him. So I get what you're saying. Rick Harrison, chill out, okay? He's in Utah. He's gonna be fine. All right, no Moutier talk out here, okay? Leave him alone. He did his part. Thank Moutier for RJ Barrett. All right. Brandon, this is for you. Joel Santos said RJ Barrett can be the Canadian version of Kobe Bryant, hence the name, the Maple Mamba. Hey, man, Kobe has openly said he loves RJ Barrett. I was hoping that RJ Barrett was invited to Kobe's.
Kobe says he loves everybody because he's retired and he gets money for coaching.
That is true. Yo, that's another. I want to say this for end of the stream, but man, just Kobe out here having camps. Like, it's AAU, dog. Like, but it's with NBA players. Like, I'm like, Kobe got power, bro. I'm there watching, like, Kobe's camp, and you're seeing, like, all of these faces as if it's, like, a high school camp. Nah, but it's Paul George, Kawhi Leonard, DeMar DeRozan. I'm like, yo, man, Kobe Bryant. Yeah, that props to that kid, man.
I'm sure he's got room for them as well.
Facts.
You'd be talking about, all right, go to bed at 9 o'clock and got gym up at 4 o'clock in the morning.
Oh, my gosh, man. Like the youngsters are wearing like Mamba shirts, but you could tell like, the veteran guys, like they can still rock their own merch. But like De'Aaron Fox and Aaron Gordon, like those cats had to wear his Mamba shirts or else they can't show up. Oh, man, respect. Yeah, I respect it. So you don't miss Tim Hardaway, CK? Man, you must not watch my channel. Anyways, moving on. Sheesh. Moving on. Yeah, let's talk about it. All right, let's get it out. It's the talk of the day. A certain player that once played in the Western Conference is now in the Eastern Conference. Talking.
Don't be like Skip. You can
Kevin Durant. Kevin Durant.
Yeah.
Kevin Durant. All right. Kevin Durant is making his rounds. He's trying to do what he can to give the Nets some brownie points and try to win them over a little bit. So he's making appearances and stuff. They did just debut their new statement jersey, which I don't hate.
Looks nice.
A lot of people want me to. Everyone. They tweet me, they DM me, expecting me to come out with rage and being outrageous. I don't hate it. I don't hate their new court. I don't hate their merch line. I don't hate their jerseys and stuff. I don't hate it. I just don't like the team. But what they're doing the right thing. Like, if I'm gonna be real with you, if I'm taking my Knicks hat off and I'm looking outside, looking in, the Nets are doing everything the right way as far as trying to not be the little brother to Knicks. It's not gonna work. Because they will forever. We're seeing it now. Like Kevin Durant is out here fighting a good fight against the entirety of the New York Knicks media and New York Knicks fan base. But at the same time, I will give the front office their respect for what they're doing with the court, with what they're doing with the media, with what they're doing with who they got as a new owner. Like they're doing all the right steps, but. I mean, hell, they stole one of our own, man. They stole freaking Oakley. Charles Oakley out there repping the Nets like he played for the Nets his entire career. So it's like, you know what? I'm gonna give them that respect, and that's as much respect they're gonna get from me. Notice everything I said had nothing to do with what's going on the court because that they won't get from me. That's too far. But yeah, I'll give him that. Now, with that being said, Kevin Durant is a little chump. That's as far as I'm gonna say. Kevin Durant did say,
wow.
But Kevin Durant, prior to the quote that blew up that everybody loves, he did give the Knicks some love. It was underwritten because it doesn't sell for Kevin Durant to say anything positive about the Knicks because that's not the headline. The headline is Kevin Durant saying that the Knicks are not cool. But then a certain poll came out of the most in-demand tickets, and a certain uncool Knicks were ahead of the Nets, but that's neither here nor there. But Brandon.
That was on number 4, right?
We were number 4. We were number 4. They were number 5. And Lakers were 2?
Yes.
And I think the Warriors are 1. I don't have it off the top of my head, but it doesn't matter. All I know is that that same Nets cool team was still not as cool as the Knicks. But Brandon, outside source, what is your take on what's been going on? You know what's going on. You've seen what happened with KD and what he said about the Knicks and not being cool and stuff like that.
My biggest gripe is why didn't he come out? Why did nobody ask him this on media day for the Nets?
Because the Nets media were too busy asking other questions about the Knicks that they were trying to get their scoop.
It seemed odd that in the middle of training camp where they just asked KD like, "Hey, so why did you choose the Nets over the Knicks?" Unless they did ask.
They did, but they asked it. They asked it so softball, like it's the Nets New York media is a bit different. He got softball questions over there. Like they did ask it. They asked it. They all asked it. Like they asked him, Kyrie, and all the answers were the same. It's just like, I love what they did last season. We played them, and it was a great thing, and da-da-da-da-da, and that was about it.
Oh, the robotic answers.
Yeah,
got it.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
I honestly, I like anything that KD said in terms of him growing up. He's seen the Knicks be good, but everybody else, like, I feel like that was a very cop-out thing.
The whole interview to me was a cop-out, but continue.
Not the whole thing, but like to say that the Knicks aren't cool. What does that mean?
No, and this is why I say the whole interview was a cop-out, because he is trying so hard to stick to this narrative that he never wanted to be a Knick. He's trying so hard to stick to it. You can tell me, he can come to my face and tell me this. I will never believe that Kevin Durant's initial choice was the Brooklyn Nets before the Knicks. I will never believe it. I will never believe it. I want to see the alternate universe where he does not get hurt and we come into this free agency where he has the power, not Kyrie Irving. I will never believe it. So that's why I feel like the whole thing is him trying to change that narrative of, like it's always been Brooklyn Nets since day one. Me and Kyrie want to do this. We want to do this. We want to do this. But then the other thing, I watched the whole interview. I don't come for the sound bites. I watched the interview. I hear he said these things. I want to watch the interview. What he said was, because they asked him what were the main. I wish I had known we were gonna say this. I would have got the time code and you can listen to them say it. But brief summary of what they said. They asked him what he was looking for when it came to free agency and if the Knicks were ever really a possibility. Two separate questions. The first question he answered, he said it didn't matter if the team was a playoff team or not, as long as the team had youth and had vets, he was looking forward to signing with them.
Okay.
So
I can see why the vets would be a turnoff for the Knicks, but
here's the thing. But Brandon,
answer. Sorry, go ahead.
No, but the thing is, Brandon, the two teams are the exact same. What vets did the Nets have that the Knicks don't have? And as far as youth, I mean, sure, if you want to break it down, I mean, in some people's mind, the Nets had better youth, but at the same time, a lot of the key pieces to that team that made the Nets so fun and made them a playoff team are not on that roster. Where's D'Angelo Russell? I mean, outside of Karis LeVert and Spencer Dinwiddie and probably Joe Harris. But they're putting Jarrett Allen on the bench. What's his name? Defensive player that ain't got a jump shot. Rondé Hollis-Jefferson, gone. What's his name? Jared Dudley. You guys got him. Like, a lot of these key dudes that were on the bench that were part of the energy, part of the excitement about the team, a lot of them are not going to play anymore or they're not on the team anymore.
Okay.
So it's just and I'm not mad about it. Trust me, this is not me being upset. All I'm saying is I believe that he's trying to change that narrative so we will forever believe that Kevin Durant always wanted to be a Net. That's all it is.
To fix his PR stance.
Yeah.
Because
Chat, I see you. We're gonna get to the chat in a second. Keep talking. I'm gonna get to you guys in a second. But go ahead.
Because I constantly just think about like Kawhi and that whole scenario and just how it was handled, and it just brings me back to that exact same situation where like Kawhi was, this quote unquote always a Laker fan. It's not true. And that Paul George, quote unquote, always a Laker fan. Now he comes out saying that he was always a Clipper fan and a Laker fan.
The exact same thing. Yeah.
That does not exist.
Yep.
That is not a thing.
I won't stop. Too far, but you're right. I will not say that does not exist. No. I thought you were talking about does not exist to be a Clipper fan. I'm like, look, man, I don't know about that. But to be both, yeah, no, you're right. No, I'm not. You're 100% correct. When he said that, I'm happy for him.
Nick Clark, that has always been a fan of the Clippers since before Corey Maggette was even in the league.
That's his boy, Corey Maggette. Shout out to my little brother. That's his guy. That's his guy.
But that's not a thing. That does not exist. There was never a thing called a Clipper and a Laker fan. And I feel like that's the similar situation you're going with KD, where he claimed that he's seen the good teams in New York, but they weren't cool enough.
They're not cool enough anymore because we have sucked.
Yeah.
And the thing is, he's not wrong. Like, you're right. We're not I think now we are because we have an RJ Barrett that people are going to be excited about. Mitchell, like, we have these guys people are actually paying attention to. So now I think we're going to be cool with the kids. But he's right. For the most part of all the years, when you think of Knicks and you're not a Knicks fan or you only listen to mainstream media, it's a joke. The Knicks are a joke, and it's the Knicks are hot. Oh, here they go, they lose again, or it's James Dolan doing something stupid. That's just what when outside perspective, and he's not wrong. I hate it, but he's not wrong. Like, I'm not gonna sit here and be like, he should have said this. He shouldn't. No, he's not wrong. He did not say anything that wasn't true. But then at the same time, why weren't you the difference?
Behind this curtain,
the same things you just said. You could have been that difference. You could have been that person that made the Knicks cool again. So it's like, I get you, but you're still hiding. You're still covering up. Like, so that's why I was indifferent about the whole thing. That's why I wasn't really pissed about it. I'm not salty about it. Like, he said what he said. He was not wrong, but KD over there trying to hide his own truth. And more power to him, man. Have fun in Brooklyn. He even conceded. I'm not going to pull up the tweet, but he's gotten in some arguments with people, with Knicks Twitter people that I know. And he even conceded to a dude saying that there's going to be more Knicks fans or that the majority of fans in New York are Knicks fans. And he said that may be true, but we have our little pocket here in Brooklyn or whatever. And it's like, bro, you don't accept it. Be that as it may, you're a Brooklyn Net now. You shouldn't be. I don't know. I don't care. Look, man. More power to him.
I don't care.
No, I really don't. It's just like, for some, like, I'm just in my mind. It's like, yo, KD, like, defend yourself. That's how I'm looking at it, as like, bro, you chose the Nets. Like, fight for them. Like, even in the interview, they're like, Ebro was like calling him Brooklyn, and he didn't even want to hold the title. He's like, I'm actually from Maryland. It's like, bro, that's fine, but like, what he's saying is, you the face of Brooklyn. Like, accept that. He didn't even want to accept that. So it's just like, KD, I don't know, man. The dude, he's different.
He's
him and Kyrie it's gonna be interesting. I'm not gonna be one of those people that's gonna say that they're gonna implode, but if it happens, it makes sense. But anyways, that's my take on it. Let me see what the chat has to say.
Yeah, we're going in.
Yeah, I know. It's been scrolling the entire time, so I'm scrolling up to catch some of these. Okay, yes, RJ Barrett. All right, so let's go down a little bit.
For everybody in chat saying my mic, I'm trying to adjust as I'm talking. So
yeah, it's funny you say that, because like, as the stream's been going, your mic has been getting clearer and clearer. So I didn't realize that's what you were doing.
I'm fiddling with my mixer, and like, you guys are still telling me I'm coming low. I don't know what else.
No, you sound great right now. Right now is great. Yeah, at first you came in very heavy. But right now you sound, you like, but now you sound crispy now. All right, so let's see what the people say as for Mr. Kevin Durant. KD wasn't wrong. It's the truth, but that probably ends this year. Yes, as far as us not being cool, yeah, because like I said, we got young players that the kids and younger generation can follow now. RJ Barrett's going to bring some fans over. Mitchell Robinson's going to bring some fans over, like those kind of, we'll see. What did Charles Barkley say? Who cares what Charles Barkley said? I will never. I have no beef with Charles Barkley as an analyst, but I will never take anything he says about the Knicks serious or to heart. Like, not Charles Barkley. He never has anything constructive to say about the Knicks. Naomi said KD a whole clown. Oka drunken uncle. Facts. Yeah, man. Oakley just upset about James Dolan. That's all it is. So it's like, again, another person. I still love him to this day, but I don't take anything he says serious.
Would y'all hold a parade if you fired James, or not fired, but if like James Dolan was just like, I don't feel like doing this anymore, and like he sells the team?
Probably. I look. That's a conversation for another day. Oh, hello. Hi. Where's your mom? We got Anaya Paris. I want to make it a thing that'll like go off when Anaya comes in. Anyways, no, I already read Naomi's. Brandon, turn up your mic. He just addressed that. They getting babied. Who's getting babied? Quinn. Edgar. Katie is basically saying the Knicks ain't dope anymore, but he was too afraid to change the culture. Thank you. And that's coming from somebody outside. That's. I took me a while to get there, but that's literally what I was. That's what I. Yeah, 100%, 1,000%, Edgar. That's it right there. If I could pin that comment to this stream, I would, but I can't. Brandon hating for no reason, bro. The Clippers when Brandon went on his little tangent. But he's not wrong. Brandon's not wrong. Like, there's no such thing. This is the same thing as the Knicks. Like, no one, I can't find anyone that would say, like, yeah, I'm a huge Knicks fan, but I'm down for what the Nets are doing. Come on. You're either with or against them. Like, I like players within the organization. Like, I'm still a huge Karis LeVert fan. I'm glad D'Lo's gone so I can actually cheer for him again. But I don't want them to win. Like, you'll never hear me say that I hope that they do well. Like, no, that's not. I'll compliment their court. I like their court. I like their New Jersey. I'm cool with their New Jersey. Like, they got swag because they have the ability to be young because they are a younger organization. So they're going to have doper merch than us. That's just how it is. We're an old school team. The Knicks, the Lakers, like, we're teams that were there from the beginning. So we have to stay in that proper Knicks in the New York and, has to have the arc. And it must be blue and orange and nothing too outrageous on the jersey. That's just how we are.
Tradition.
That's what it is. Yeah, tradition. That's literally all it is. So Brooklyn's going to have more dope merch, and I'm going to give them their love. I'm never going to wear it, never going to purchase it, but from afar I'll be like, yeah, hey, that court, the gray, I like it. Concrete, I think it's dope. It's cool. CK salty. No, I'm not. I'm really not. I don't know what you got from that said I'm salty, but no. Britt is a Clipper fan. Yep, she is a Clipper fan. It's still debatable on if she's a real one or not, but yeah, she is a Clipper fan. Still going through these. Knicks dodged the bullet. Yeah, I mean, debatable. You can't tell me that if we had signed Kevin Durant, you wouldn't be happy about it. I'm just going to say
or
that.
At least Kyrie.
Yes, that bullet we dodged, 100%. I did not want Kyrie Irving.
Really?
No.
Even if it meant you bringing in KD?
If that is the only way we can get Kevin Durant, then Kyrie Irving, welcome. If that was the only way we can get him, yeah. But, no, I we'll see. No dice coming in for Kevin Durant's neck for no reason. Is it cool to have his hair all nappy-ish? Get your man a brush. Just coming at him for no reason. Look, man, look. Let him live. What's up, BLT? My man said, I don't hate the Clippers, LOL. BLT, I'll throw pray for y'all. Dolan leaves. Like I said, Dolan is an easy punching bag. I hate him. All Knicks fans hate him. But at the same time, you have Knicks players, ex-Knicks players coming in talking about, like, Dolan really never was there. Dolan never really no ex-Knicks player. It's always outside players that are saying that they had the problem with Dolan, but all the players that played for the organization, that played for the team, saying, like, look, we really didn't have much of a problem with Dolan. And then at the same time, like, I'm not defending him in any way, shape, or form. The Oakley stuff was stupid. The banning fan stuff was stupid. Him going on radio guaranteeing that we're getting covered, like, all that. He's an idiot. But at the same time, as far as us never being great because of Dolan, that to me that narrative is just so overblown. But again, if he's gone, don't think I'm not gonna be happy about it. Like, I'll throw myself a damn parade. But at the same time, I'm slowly backing away from the stigma that James Dolan is the reason why people are
He's
scared to
sole
come to us.
responsibility.
Yeah, I'm slowly backing away from that. Especially with the last few years since he's taken the back seat. And we're seeing that now. We're seeing the Knicks slowly flourish because of that. But, again, still an idiot. Worst owner in the league. Let him go. All right, let's move on.
No.
Brandon, shut up. Brandon, shut up. All right, moving on. Enough of Kevin Durant. Ugh, whatever. Zion Williamson. A lot of people are going in on Zion Williamson, talking about that this kid is the next LeBron James and this and that. Of course, good old media and fans overblowing such an easy situation, such an easy thing to overblow. Brandon, is Zion Williamson the next LeBron James?
Hell to the nah.
All right. I just want to make sure we're on the same page. What's your thoughts on the comparison? Like, go ahead. What's your thoughts on the comparison to LeBron
I've always
James?
thought of him as a what's his name that played for New Orleans, not New Orleans, Charlotte, all those years.
Yeah,
ago.
Sean Kemp.
No, not Sean Kemp. Shorter Sean Kemp.
Oh no! You're not Sean Kemp. I said Sean Kemp. Grandmama. Oh my God, Larry Johnson. Jesus Christ.
Larry Johnson.
Well, Sean Kemp. He didn't even play. He was on the Sonics.
Wrong
Larry
black
Johnson.
dude.
Larry Johnson. Grandmama. But yes, go ahead. Continue.
Yes.
Continue.
I always thought of him as being a Larry Johnson more so than a LeBron James. He just built. You know when you have those little kids where they just have they just hit their genetics.
Yeah.
A little too early than they probably should
Yeah.
have.
Yeah.
Like he was probably doing push-ups at 8 years old. And it was
Yeah.
just,
Yeah.
And he's just built like this.
Mm-hmm.
That's him.
Yeah.
Okay, so I as far as him being a LeBron, no. Do I see why everybody was happy and wanted to see his talent translate to the NBA? Absolutely.
Yeah.
Will he have a better NBA career than RJ Barrett? Definitely don't think so.
You're
only needed one game to be able to determine that.
Mm-hmm.
I think he's going to be one of those players where he's just very exciting in the full court game. Half court, he's just going to out-hustle everybody.
A la Blake Griffin. He's
a 4 inch shorter Blake Griffin. Yeah, sure.
a beefy Blake Griffin.
Yeah. I hope his game can continue to grow.
Like
but
Blake Griffin.
I've seen enough. I've seen RJ play at all summer league. I had to go with this guy. I had to go sit with CP and Terry and
yeah,
all
the
of
squad.
them.
We ran deep. Yeah. Brandon
For
got
reals.
Brandon
I got
fell
the
into
whole
that.
Knicks experience. So,
You sure did.
I
Man, it's a good change though, cause look at me. I'm out here surrounded by Laker fans, so it was nice to make you go through it for one weekend. Yeah, but yeah, go ahead.
So yeah, I think RJ is going to be a better prospect, and that's not to be
It's not a jab,
Chris. It's just my honest opinion.
Yeah.
Guard play is pretty big, pretty prevalent in this NBA, and RJ has all the tools to be successful.
Yep.
Only problem with RJ, he's just got to be more shifty.
Yeah, there's a lot. Yeah, and he knows, and that's one of my favorite things about him. Him and Kevin Knox too. Like they are not shy from their faults. Kevin Knox is all media. They talk about my defense has been trash. I'm working on it. And he is. He said it. He's been saying it. He's like, I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. I'm not gonna run away from it. My defense was garbage last year, and I need to finish around the rim. Anyways, we're not talking about Kevin Knox, but yeah. Yeah, and I think that's my sentiment too. I think the only comparison to LeBron James that I'm 100% gonna agree with is the media coverage. The media coverage and the way he's gonna be talked about in his career. But what scares me about that is if he doesn't amount to be that LeBron James transcendent player, then he's gonna get turned into Zion a flop. Yeah, Zion this da 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 da. Because look how quick they were to turn on Blake.
I mean, that comes with the title, though.
Yeah,
but again, territory.
And true. But the thing is, because he's so highly covered, he's gonna get. But it's gonna come times like affinity. Look at Lonzo Ball. Lonzo Ball is killed because of his dad. Lonzo Ball is the quietest dude in the league. He does not attract any attention to himself, but because of his dad, he's hated. People got under all kinds of opinions on the kid because of his pops and because of the media and because of everything that he brought to Lonzo Ball. So it's the same thing where it's like he does something bad, it's going to come down 4 times harder on him. And the same thing with Zion. If Zion doesn't amount to be the player that everyone expects him to be in 4 or 5 years' time, then we're going to hear the conversations of, is Zion who we thought he was? Should we have done this to Zion? Blah, 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 blah. Like it's Zion's fault that the media turned him into who he is. You know what I'm saying? So that's the only thing I'm going to say for him. I do think Zion's going to be a great all-around player. I worry about his weight and his legs and his knees. That's always been my problem with him, my fear with him. Yeah, man, the knees, he's 19 now, but when he's 27, maybe not even that, maybe 26, his knees going to be
6'6", and he's weighing like 280.
Stocky. But
you know, that's NFL lineman size.
Yeah.
You know, and those people, you see how many leg injuries they get. Mind you, it's much
they're
more of a
they're pounding with other guys. But you're right. Because it's almost identical with the way that they're putting the stress on the knees, because they're using the floor as leverage to go pound for pound against another 300-pound dude. Nonetheless, Zion Williamson jumping in the air and landing on the same legs and knees with his own $300 weight. Yeah, $300 weight.
300 pounds.
But yeah, the whole and they're not going to, unfortunately, but that whole narrative needs to be slowed down. You know what I'm saying? Like
it won't.
It won't. That's why I said it's not going to.
Season.
100% not going to be.
Yeah.
He is must-watch TV. He's definitely earned that title. But like I said, everything you just said, I'm not bringing the RJ comparison in yet. You guys know how I feel about RJ. I do agree. I think RJ is going to be a long-term better player just because of the other tangibles that he has. I feel like Zion does not have yet. But at the end of the day, as exciting as everything that Zion did yesterday was, he had the same exact stats as said RJ Barrett. But that's neither here nor there. I'm sorry, I had to do it. One time.
Point I want to bring up real quick. That was.
I had to one time. You know, anytime I get a chance to give my boys some love, I got to.
Petty.
$300 weight. Wow. Hey, I didn't mean. Hey, no, it probably cost way more than $3. Shout out number. What's good number? I'm gonna need some details for that one Conley. What you mean? What about Michael Conley? What happened to Michael Conley? He's fine.
What did we say? Did we say something?
We say something about Michael Conley? No, but what you talking about?
We mentioned Utah one time.
RJ reminds me of a slower D Wade. I don't see it. I mean, I don't see it. I don't. I think I don't know how to feel about that one yet. Not yet. I'm not doing any comparisons when it comes to RJ yet. Let him play his game. Booger McFarland. Yes. Knicks record 48-34. I'm not playing that game, and that is a very high prediction in my wildest dreams. I hope you're right, but I don't know if I could co-sign my friend. All right. So we are about to be at 8 o'clock. Where are we at with the stream? Are we doing good on time? Look at us, man. Episode 1. Glad to be back. A little rusty. I ain't gonna lie. I did have a game planned for us, but I think I'm just gonna push it till Sunday's episode. So I'm gonna leave it to there. But I do. No, I'm gonna save that. So we're gonna move on to the next subject. Brandon did bring it up earlier in the episode, a little bit more political, but it does have to do with the NBA, and because it's been spreading like wildfire. Video came out today of a gym in China being with photos of the Rockets and records and autographs and stuff, and Tracy McGrady's mural being painted over. Because they're just they're cutting all ties. They're staying strong with it. But basically, it's so much information. Brandon, do you want to take this one? Because it's so much information with what's going on.
I honestly know like this much. Like it
okay, what do you know, and I'll fill the holes. Say what you know, and I'll fill the holes.
So this is probably really bad of me.
It's fine.
But
it's fine.
It's also defines how much of a YouTube watcher I am. I watch Chris Smooth and his little video about it.
And that was a good enough video though. So what did you get from it?
He from the GM, I forget what his name is right now, but he said something about the Chinese government.
He posted I can't find it, but he posted a tweet supporting the protests that are going against the Chinese government. Basically, in
Okay.
Hong Kong, there's protests going on that they want a more equal.
Democratic.
Yes, and
Okay.
we all know how China is run. They're not quite like that. So for him to say what he did, being who
They don't
he
like
is,
black people out there, yo. That's what Chris is saying.
no, they love. Are you kidding me? We like gods to them. I mean, look
Man,
at.
in China,
Yes.
they do not like movies with black people in them.
Yeah, but they love art. They love the athletes. Brandon, you go out there, they
That
gonna
doesn't
think
make
that they gonna
sense.
think that they gonna think you're Derrick Rose. I guarantee you go out there because you're tall enough. People want to take pictures of you. I've heard so many stories from just like common dudes that like don't even play sports, but just because he's a tall black dude, like everyone thinks that they're a basketball player. They love basketball players out there. They love basketball. But yes, as far as movies, you're 100% correct on that front. But from basketball standpoint, they love black people, black basketball. They just love basketball. So.
But not every one of us is, a Kobe Bryant, a Tracy McGrady. I guess you. I don't. LeBron James.
James, Dwayne Wade.
Dwayne Wade.
I say Dwayne
Klay
Wade because
Thompson.
he got a whole store out there. Klay Thompson, yeah, him too. But go ahead, continue. Is that all? Is that all you gathered?
He said this, and then pretty much outrage came, and then he says, "I do not. When I put out the support, I am not representing
the Rockets,
the Houston Rockets as a whole. This is my own opinion." And then the owner came out and said, "Yes, he is not representing what the Rockets say as a whole. That is Daryl Morey.
Daryl
Morey. That is his own words.
Yep.
And then the commish came out and said we are going to support our employees on their use
freedom
of speech.
Yep.
And so on and so forth. And then now they're talking about canceling G League games that were out in China.
They did cancel the G. They are canceling
did.
the games that the Rockets affiliate would be playing, and the Mavericks affiliate that would be playing too. They're all canceled. That would be playing in China.
Okay. All right. So he came out and they said they were going to support. They canceled 2 games, and they're possibly thinking about canceling all NBA preseason games inside China. That's as much as I know. Yep.
It's not confirmed yet because there's still, they played their what game was played in China today? Houston and Toronto was played. That was played today in Japan. But yeah, we have a set of China games that are set, like Brandon said earlier, with the Warriors, the Lakers, and the Nets. And it's still. Do you know if the Lakers already traveled?
The Lakers already did travel. They were on the plane 2 days ago.
Sheesh. So yeah, they couldn't even reschedule and move that. But so it's still unknown what's going on with that. It doesn't seem like it's getting any better. From what I've been reading, like I said, just not too long ago, videos were posted of I'm trying to find it, but I can't find it, of one of the training facilities that Yao Ming owns with a lot of Rockets memorabilia and stuff like that, with the stuff being painted over. So it seems like it's not going the right way. So right now it went from a Houston Rockets thing to an NBA thing now at this point. Yeah, because now NBA is getting hit with it as well, like Brandon had said, because now the Mavericks are losing their games, and now we're gonna lose some preseason games and stuff like that, and that's the NBA wide. That's not just the Rockets. But what the one big takeaway from it, ignorant or not, was Adam Silver's response. Like, that is something you don't get very often in professional sports. Adam Silver could potentially lose one of, if not, millions of dollars, if not the biggest viewership outside of the States, if they stop broadcasting not just the Rockets games, but stop broadcasting NBA games in total, if they stop bringing their teams out to play us in preseason and stuff like that. And in what a move that like a Roger Goodell probably would have done, and just came out and just said, this man's an idiot. He did this. Rocket. We're gonna work. We're gonna move on immediately to have him be fired. Adam Silver is still going to do his best to fix the problem, while still keeping the integrity with his employees and with the people that are running these teams. Because like Brandon said earlier, Daryl Morey spoke for himself and gave his opinion that has nothing to do with the Rockets, which is true. He's able to say what he wants to say, but then the Rockets didn't know how else to handle it, but then to punish the NBA because that's the only tie that they have to his opinion. So now they're going to try to fix that. But shout out to Adam Silver for not backing down on letting free speech be the driver in a situation like this outside of business. Because, like I said, Roger Goodell most 100% would have suspended Daryl Morey, would have done whatever he could have if it meant stepping on toes to make sure this is fixed so he can get his money. And I think that's something that's not being talked about enough is Adam Silver's move for that. Because Adam Silver is since he's taken over, his one of his biggest priorities has been transitioning to overseas, getting a bigger viewership overseas and stuff like that. And this is one of the biggest viewerships that he has, and the way he handled like that.
You can't lose that.
Yeah, you can't. And
that's because it's more than just viewership. If you really think
100%, viewership, money, merchandise, opportunities.
Merchandise is a
huge
one. Because you have several NBA players that have contracts with Anta.
Yeah.
What was the one that
Li Ning.
Wade's on?
Li
Ming. And if these negotiations or whatever these talks go sour, that's it. Dwayne Wade's contract done.
Yeah.
Klay Thompson's done. Just because our relationships are they're toast. They're gone. There's nothing there anymore.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of things that you can't. I see some people saying the NBA doesn't need China. No, it's a partnership. It's definitely something that the NBA has a lot of interest in.
Yeah.
That's why we always try and send teams out there. We always send scouts out there. That's how we always are interactive with them. And it's the same thing for India. It's the same thing for Europe. Only difference is Europe has soccer. Soccer is huge in Europe. China, I'm gonna be honest, I don't know exactly, but I'm just gonna assume
basketball.
It's basketball.
Yeah, no, it is. Basketball is their biggest sport. Yep.
Basketball is their number one sport, and why would you not want to try and entertain your customers?
Well, we do need to consider that, E-League is a thing, and video games is considered a sport. So I would think video games would be first and then basketball. But, basketball. Go ahead.
Yeah. I mean, still, it's one of the it's up there. That's the point.
Yeah.
I understand that the league has been trying to expand out to Europe.
I said E-League, esports. Sorry, continue. I said E-League.
but it's I don't know. That's a whole different story. That's a whole different topic.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
But it's definitely something. There's a lot of money to be made out there, and you can't just be like, nope, we don't need it. Move on, move forward. Let's just stick with Europe. No. As a business, you never just be like, nope, we don't need that. If you can reap as much money as you possibly can, you do it.
Yeah,
plain
and TOS for what Brandon literally just finished saying is the reason why I think they do need China. I can't agree with the NBA not needing China. I mean, China may not need the NBA the way we need them, but we definitely need a lot of the money that comes in for the NBA comes from the China fan base and stuff like that. That's why we have teams that celebrate Chinese New Year. We have teams that do these these games on there's no other place like we don't celebrate I don't know
Chinese New Year.
We do. Well, I mean, they do. The NBA does, and so for that reason, because it is very important to them that they keep the viewership and the sales from the Chinese fan base. But Brandon looks like Che from 2K20. That was a random take.
I beat the prelude.
You did? You just did? Congratulations.
No, I've been doing.
No. It's okay. You just finished it. Congrats, bro. It's about October. It sounds about right. A month makes sense. I think that
a running joke. Yep. I get it, guys. All right. Forget all y'all in the chat that is about to grill me. Okay.
But yeah, quickly to end off this segment, Ryan, he had said, "Oh, I lost it. I lost the comment. I lost it. Ryan, where's your comment?" Oh, Ryan Archin said, "CK, they do that. That happened to me when I went. I had crowds of people trying to take a picture with me, and that's the thing. There's no races or like no hate or anything like that. It's just like Chinese folks, like, and it's even out here too, just living in Koreatown and stuff like that. Like once they see people are taking a picture of somebody, they don't need to know who the person is." They want a picture with that person. They'll figure out who it is later. And I think that's one of the funniest things. And I get it, because what if it is Will Smith, but they don't know who Will Smith is? So there's obviously a crowd that loves that dude. Let me get a picture of that dude, and then maybe we'll see if it's somebody that I should brag about with my friends later on. And that's just a stigma around that. And I think I find that funny. But again, I'm also not a person that needs to take pictures when I see somebody famous. CK on the Kush. Okay. Brandon, I already said that. The NBA losing money. The NBA could lose money. There's no done deal yet. Yao Ming my man acted fast, said, "You say what? All right, we don't want nothing to do with the NBA." And then here we are.
You can shut it down.
Yeah.
Shut it all down.
He has. Honestly, NBA gets a lot of money from China, but if the NBA added like Mexico and gave them, but the thing is, just like what Brandon just said, I don't know how we should, and I think we've tried, but how big is basketball going to be in Mexico? Because they have soccer, and that's why with Europe, like, you could pick and choose where you go. But like, I don't know. You're not gonna make as much money from Mexico as you make from China. That's
definitely not.
That's just the reality of that situation.
Like night and day.
Yeah. I'm 6'3". Maybe I should go to China to see how they go ahead and try, man. I'm telling you. Yao Ming sucks ass and overrated anyway. Who cares? Jesus Christ. Yao Ming is a god in 2K. I don't know what you talking about.
A god in real life, man.
That fadeaway?
How you gonna beat a 7'6" man?
That fadeaway? I don't know. Let's ask everybody who plays the Celtics this year with Taco.
How you gonna beat? Oh, God.
I've been saying this for years. Do not let Taco develop a fadeaway jumper in the post. Do not. Like, that's what I'm saying. Watch Taco work out with Hakeem and Yao in the summer. And then Taco about to come back a threat, boy.
Undrafted, dominant, big.
Yeah, man. God. Mexico is boxing and soccer. That's it. Yep, facts. And plus the Rockets are sponsored by a Chinese company. Yeah.
So the Lakers. I didn't know that.
Wish is Chinese?
I believe they have like a big base.
You know what? Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, because that's a lot of the product and stuff. But again, what's crazy is a lot of these companies like Wish and I can't name a few of the other ones, but they're all like tied to Alibaba, which shows how strong freaking Joe Tsai is, who's the new owner of the net. Like, God, such a power move for him to buy the Nets. I hate him so much. Why couldn't he just buy the Knicks? Like, oh God, whatever. I said Taco bum. I'm just saying, man. I'm not saying he's great. I'm just saying, just let him develop a jump shot, a fadeaway jump shot, not just a jump shot, a fadeaway jump shot.
Hey, you won't be saying that when Taco bum blocked Dwight Howard.
Boy, Taco gonna be a problem, man. I'm telling you, man. if it took him some time, but if teams are figuring out how to use Boban, oh boy, just give it some time. I'll tell you what though, I'd start him over freaking Inez Cantor anyway. No, they're starting Robert Williams though, so never mind. They're fine. I like Robert Williams. That's a good start. All right, we got about 15 minutes left. I wanted to hit some quick. I know I did want to open the first episode with a game, but we're gonna save that for this Sunday because I do have something lined up. I just didn't have all the questions, everything ready, and no, it's not who we play for. We're going to wait on that. We're going to save who we play for the first week of the actual season. So stay tuned for that.
You jerks.
No, I got the game that I got is going to be pretty fun. And I'm going to save that for this Sunday because we're going back to our Sundays starting this Sunday. But I wanted to go back real quick because I know the NBA, there's games playing right now. Brandon, football. You're a Chargers fan, right?
I'm a Chargers fan. Why do you want to talk about them?
I don't want to talk about the Chargers right now.
Okay.
I just
All right, good. I don't want to talk about them either right now.
Was
Sorry,
curious.
Derek.
I was just curious. No shade. I wasn't gonna say anything about them. I was just gonna. Anyways, what I wanted to see because the Heat played tonight and that game just ended. They beat the Spurs. I wanted to see if our boy played. He was suited up. I doubt he played.
KP?
KZ.
KZ.
My man said KP. We do not talk about that man in this stream.
I'm thinking about CP. Sorry, I was thinking.
Man, we do not talk about that man in this stream. No, I have no. He did. He played 5 whole minutes and scored 2 points. There you go, KZ. Get your minutes, boy.
That's right. Hopefully he gets to play more often. Because
I doubt it, man. His position is stacked, bro. KZ. Oh, you guys can't see the stats.
He's got Jimmy.
He's got Derrick Jones. He's got Justice. They love that boy Duncan Robinson out there in Miami. Yeah, so his position is pretty steep.
Get him out. Don't even.
Steven said, let's talk about the Chargers.
Let's not say we did, my man.
No. We'll save the football talk. But hey, Saints, 4-1. Anyways, let's see. Matter of fact, no, I'm not gonna say that. Give the fans what they want. It's coming. Like I said, we gonna play who we play for the first week of the regular season. All right. Okay. I wanted to see how KZ did, but that made me lose my train of thought. NBA. All right. So I was looking this up earlier, and this is continuing on the China talk, but they're saying that the NBA has the upper hand in the fight against China. That sounds so terrible, especially with everything that's going on with Trump right now. Like, we shouldn't be dubbing anything a fight against China. Oh, my God. Anyways, politics. I hate talking about politics. I can't stand talking about politics. Anyways, back to what I originally want to talk about, not China. That's not what I want to talk about. Okay, I know what I want to talk about. All right, we're back. All right, Chris's brain is back. Okay, with the quick sample size of stuff that we've seen in the preseason, how much of the preseason have you actually been watching, Brandon?
Honestly, are you talking about just NBA in general?
NBA in general.
I'm stuck in a hard place right now where we don't have NBA streams. So I'm panicking. I don't know how I'm going to watch Laker games through YouTube.
I heard through the grapevine that NBA Streams has a Discord, and that is how people are getting their tea.
I almost cursed. How do
I? That's the thing. I don't know. I only heard this in a stream the other day. Oh, my IG stream. I went live before the Knicks game, and that's what the grapevine was saying, that NBA Streams has a Discord. I have yet to join it yet. I have yet to look for it yet, but keep that in your mind in YouTube chat. Let me know if you know anything about that. Please share your information.
Please, pretty please.
But Brandon, so that being said, you've not seen any preseason outside of your Lakers.
I've seen the Lakers. I've seen a little bit of the New Orleans and Atlanta, and then I've seen highlights because I follow you on all social medias of your Knicks.
The Knicks.
So,
I am very well versed with the Knicks. Thank you, Chris.
And if it's not Chris, is
that's right. You follow the homies, you guys. CP. Look, man, respect, bro. That's what I'm talking about.
I'm getting my fair share, y'all.
Hey, so I follow Lakers Film Room, only because I love his take on the game. Yes. It so happens that he talks about the Lakers, but I love his take on basketball in general. So I follow. I like hearing his takes, and he's pro Alonzo, so I like hearing what he has to say.
You guys have a detailed film guy too.
I've
seen him a few times.
Yeah, Knicks Film School.
No, I thought it was somebody else. But
which one are you talking about? We have a few. Okay. I know J Mac is really. You met J Mac too. He's really good at detailing too. Either way, basically, Brandon, it was a setup because we're not talking about the preseason. We're talking about Lamelo Ball. I was gonna say what my initial setup was gonna be. Brandon, have you watched preseason? You would have been like, "Yeah, I've been watching here, and there," which is what you said, or "No, I've been watching." I'd be like, "Oh, that's nice," but who cares? Because you've been watching the wrong preseason. Because the real preseason is going on in Australia, and the NBL is doing their thing right now. I've been watching way too much NBL from my heart to take, but it's because I'm very excited about LaMelo Ball. Y'all don't know me. I'm rooting for the Ball family. Basketball wise, I'm supporting LaMelo, I'm supporting Zoe, I'm even supporting Jello. Watch Jello get himself a nice little contract in with the Pelicans when he's healthy. Watch it happen. Watch it. Anyways, LaMelo out there doing his thing. Have you been keeping up with any of LaMelo's highlights and stuff like that?
Whenever Bleacher Report comes out, which is 90% of the time.
Yeah. Bleacher Report trying to they're trying to stay on top of it.
I see it. So I'm happy that he's doing well. I still have the same questions as I do before.
Ask your questions. Go ahead. Ask your questions. I got answers. Go ahead. What's your questions?
Just his maturity. That's all. That was
fixed.
Like the
next question.
That was the biggest one. Chris, I've told you this many times. I know he's talented. I just don't know if basketball is going to be his end all be all, like Lonzo.
What makes you say that?
Lonzo is 100% in the gym. He's a gym rat.
But you didn't see the video of Melo out there doing the Patrick Beverly workout without the Timbs?
Yeah, man, the sand dunes. We all have had to do that when you play travel ball.
Yeah, but he's the only one that's doing it at 19 in the NBL.
You don't even know how old this man is.
He just turned. Did he just turn 18? 18. He just turned 18. I apologize. Anyways, it doesn't matter. What matters is the kid is he to me. I mean, I'm not gonna declare him the first overall pick yet, but he is for sure, top 3, top 4 in my mind. Because James Wiseman, I still want to see him play. Because James Wiseman is going to be serious. For those who do not know who James Wiseman is, he's about to be playing in that stacked Memphis team, which is what might hurt him. But James Wiseman is a stud. And I think he could possibly still be the first overall pick. A lot of people love Anthony Edwards. A lot of names. I'm saying Brandon's like, huh? Because I know Brandon don't be like to pay attention to. He's like, I'm a Laker fan. We don't pay attention to draft. We don't pay attention to draft picks.
I love you, Chris, but don't know any of these people.
Anyways, Steve. Oh, here comes Steve. Hating Uncle Steve. Zoe is not a gym rat. Steven, you know as good as anybody. For you to change your jump shot in the middle of your career, you can't just say, you know what, I'm going to shoot differently now. Lonzo has to be a gym rat to change his jump shot and to be taking them in high-pressure situations, especially in a preseason game. He took his normal back step jumper that he could have easily resorted back to his little left-hand thing. He shot it straight. So those are things that don't just happen overnight. He's got to be in the gym day in and day out. Mind you, he was doing rehab and stuff like that. But I don't know, man. I don't know. I'm gonna take Brandon's side on that one.
How about this, Steve? He's not a gym rat. He's playing at a ball at a park somewhere. Okay. All right, he's doing something with basketball at the end of the day.
There, boom.
So whatever, a park.
A park rat, a park squirrel. There you go, park squirrel. He's a park squirrel. There it is. There it is. It works out. We made it work. We made it happen. There you go. Might not be a gym rat, but he's a park squirrel.
So watch your mouth, Steven. Otherwise, I'm gonna grill you on our own show. Okay, just you wait on it.
No, Steven. Steven, here's the thing. Steven is one of those old Laker fans that like he's not my Laker no more. I don't want to talk about it. Has Steven owned up to D'Angelo Russell yet? That he's a better player now that he's not a Laker, or is he still finding some problem with D'Angelo Russell?
He's in the chat. He has an opportunity. I'm
asking you because that's your co-host, so I don't know if it's been brought up or mentioned. Look, I'm gonna be there in y'all first episode, so I'm gonna be ready with all the heat.
Steven's also the same guy that said we will be 10-0 after the All-Star break. Okay,
boy. All right. Anyways, back to the real conversation piece. LaMelo Ball. No, but seriously, all jokes aside, the kid's going to be exciting. I do think that the criticism and the ridicule was very unwarranted, but again, that's what happens when your dad is LeVar Ball. So people judge by what he's saying more so than the actual play that he has. We've seen it with Lonzo Ball, and we've been seeing it with LaMelo. But he's going to be top 4. But I'm not ready to dub him the 1 overall pick yet. Because, like I said, there's still names that we need to see play NCAA basketball. But the fact that he's playing against men's, does help him out a lot.
It's
Because
different,
let me tell you, I've been watching. Like I said, I've watched every NBL game that boys played, and these dudes out here, man, they be shoving folks for no reason. There's a lot of extracurricular stuff that be happening in NBL that is different, and he's been holding his own over there. He's been holding his own. Anyways, we pretty much at the end of the show now. Let me talk to you guys. You guys talk to us. Yes. We got about 5 minutes left, but we will be back. But quick announcements though. We will be back to our normal schedule on Sunday. We just wanted to do this one because I wanted to wait until after the Knicks played because Brandon's Lakers played. I wanted to talk some Knicks, want to talk some Lakers in the first episode. But yeah, we'll be back to normal time on Sunday. Every Sunday.
Be fair to every team, right? Every fan base.
We love our teams, man. You know, of course we talked about other stuff, but not much really else happening. But yeah, season coming back to our normal time, normal schedule on Sundays. What else? Audio only is gonna be dropping tomorrow, as always. Next day, audio drops. So if you're not following us everywhere that you can find a podcast, it's there. What else? I feel like there's something I'm missing, but I'll get to it at some point. But that's about it. But what say you? 5 minutes of Q&A with the chat. Brandon, if you see something, read it out loud, and we'll talk about it. Go ahead.
Brandon, you my guy. This is Izzy. Brandon, you my guy, but I think you're wrong about Lamelo because he's been doing this behind all. Can you help me?
I can't. I know what you're trying to say. He's trying to say working his behind off is what he's trying to say.
Okay. I mean, again, I still have that impression that Lamelo is just
immature. He's not there yet.
Yes.
Yeah, and you and me
both. Showed that off very early in his career. LiAngelo clearly did not show.
Y'all need to
hopefully
stop, bro.
He gets there at one point.
But that's the thing, man. You got to keep the same energy with Jello. Everybody, the same. Everything we said about Lonzo and Melo, we're saying the same thing. Is you got to judge them by what they actually do, not by what the media's saying. But yet, everyone judges Jello because the media says he's not good. But then when you watch his play, he's not terrible. He's not as talented as the other two brothers, but Jello is not a terrible basketball player. He's been the leading scorer whenever he's played with his bros, and you got to give him the respect in that standpoint. So I'm just saying,
is he an NBA player or is he a G League player?
I just watched Jordan McRae go wild on us on Monday. If Jordan McRae could play NBA basketball, LiAngelo Ball can play NBA basketball. Maybe not starting minutes, maybe not reserve minutes, but he could at least be the 15th man on the bench or in the G League. I will stand by that to the end of time. Some of these kids I'm seeing in the NBA right now, you got to be kidding me. You've got to be kidding me. Stop with that. It's just and people want to disrespect it because of the same media because he stole a watch from China. That happened 2 years ago, but it's still funny. Jello's he's the ugly middle child, but it's still funny.
But
I'm just saying, same energy. Keep it same.
You're
right, but he was a kid. We were all doing stupid things like that. You got money. You're right, but every different story for different folks, bro. Like everyone gonna do something that's gonna. But look, what's his name? Logan Paul recorded a dead dude in a forest, but yet Logan Paul's still making millions of dollars, and he's about to box an actual boxing fight with a dude that's an actual boxing manager. People grow out of things. People move on from things. I'm just saying. Keep the same energy with all three brothers. Okay. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying when it comes to Jello. I'm not gonna sit here and say Jello about to be the next superstar. I'm not saying that, but I will say that he should be in a G League or should be a 15th man
Uncle
on the
Ball
roster.
Over here.
I'm saying I'm just waiting for them to just put me on payroll. That's all I want. Just put me on the damn payroll. Like if you need me to say, I'm ready. Put me on the payroll, y'all. Anyways, back to the maturity. Chris is funny. All those jokes aside, back to the LaMelo maturity thing. Yeah, that was one of my biggest things as well too when it came to LaMelo Ball because he just had that. He's a kid, but when you watch him play, I don't know if you ever watch his highlights or anything like that. You see him play, you hear him talk.
I like what I see.
Yeah, he's that side of him. I'm not gonna say he's completely mature. He's still 18 years old, but he's handling stuff a lot better. He's actually talking. He's doing public appearances and stuff, and it's like that's good step. Good step. My biggest thing for him is just the turnovers and his shooting IQ. But I feel like since he's done the Drew League, I haven't seen as many of the stupid shots as we're accustomed to. And since he played the NBL, I haven't really seen it at all. So
That comes with youth, especially being a point guard. I'd rather him have high turnovers and then figure it out
and learn. Yeah,
as he's playing in the NBA. You know,
factuals.
That way you're not playing timid.
Factuals. And that's the thing too, man. I was watching the game. I'm not gonna say he is his brother, but his defense was surely surprising. 4 steals. He was able. He stood in front of his dudes the entire game. I'm gonna give him his credit for that, but I ain't gonna say that. Jello is slow and short. He's 6'6" and he's a 2 guard. How tall was
6'6"?
He's 6'5" with his shoes off. How tall was Kobe Bryant? I'll leave it there.
6'7".
I'm done with you. Brandon, I hate you so much. What's good, Quinn? How you doing, bro? All right, well, let's get off the Ball family. All right, next subject. I really do hope Jello makes the league as a G League player or something like that. Yeah, man, get an opportunity. Man. Like I said, there's some dudes that are so whack that are playing the league. So it's like I feel like he could at least get an opportunity. If he sticks it up, he sticks it up. At least he's getting a chance. I'm seeing. Look, I can go on and on about it. You know my love for that damn Wizards team, and some of those dudes that are on that team, I don't understand how they have contracts in the NBA. I do not understand.
A tough word right there. That's love.
What? Jello 6'5", bro. Just look at pictures of them standing next to each other. Melo 6'7", Zoe 6'6", and Jello literally a hair under Lonzo Ball. Let's stop. We're not talking about the Ball family. Enough of them. Enough of the Ball family. Did you talk about KD? We did talk about KD, Quinn. How you feeling about KD? You think he bitch? Or do you think he was not speaking any lies? Mo Wagner is whack. Mo Wagner, oh my God, he is digressed. Thomas Bryant, though, that's another unsung hero that the Lakers let walk. But
why are we talking about our team again?
We talking about the Wizards. They're on Wizards. not about your team. New York is always a Knicks town. I know you meant town. You said time, but I know you meant town.
Steve is trolling right now. Steve he's on one right now.
Steve is that Laker fan. I get it. I understand. Like that's why I'm not mad at it. Like you got fire shots. He's gone.
Turn to the MH real quick. You've been taking notes, my man.
Who sound like a Bleacher Report caster?
Steven.
Oh, chill out. Do you think the Pelicans make the playoffs this season? Do you think they replace OKC in the postseason? No, I think I want them to. I hope they get that 8. But here we go. Go, Brandon. Name teams in the West right now that are playoff teams. Before
Utah,
don't name the
Houston,
Pelicans.
Lakers,
Okay. Clippers. That's 4.
Kings.
Rockets.
I already said Rockets.
You did say Rockets. You said Houston.
Yeah.
Warriors.
You
didn't say Warriors. You said Utah. Portland.
Portland. I think
that's 8 right there. But you didn't say San Antonio, who has yet to miss the playoffs yet. No. Yeah, there you go. So that's. I think New Orleans is gonna get that 9. I think it's between them and the Kings. But then that's the other thing too.
I put the Kings in there.
It's gonna be between them two stealing that 8th spot. But then there's other thing too. Things, as much as I don't want them to, and a lot of you guys probably don't want it to either. Things can go right for the Mavericks, and who knows what happens with the Mavericks because they got. Go ahead. I don't know what you laughing about. Go ahead, say it.
You gonna be upset?
I'm not upset. I don't care, man. Y'all trying to get me tonight. I'm not mad. I'm not. You ain't gonna hear no hate from KD or KP tonight. Go ahead, say what you want to say.
Oh shoot, I forgot about Denver. But
Denver, you're right. See, that's already 10 teams. Go ahead. Say
KP,
what you want to say.
I think he needs a year to come back.
Another one?
No.
Another year?
He's gonna be playing.
Treated KP like Bruno Garoppolo, whatever that kid name. He's a year away from being being ready to play.
He's literally. I didn't say he's not gonna play. He's gonna play, but as far as him being back to KP, the New York KP, I think
the New York KP. What even was New York KP? Every New York KP was a sample size.
Don't say that.
Look. New York KP, and I said it when he was a Knick. I have receipts. Go look at the videos when I first started this channel. KP had a problem of exerting all of his energy in the first month of basketball and then just falling flat for the rest of his career. Or for the rest of his career, Jesus Christ, I did that. That was extra. For the rest of the season. Unfortunately, that year where he was looking like he was about to take that next step, he got hurt. But that's exactly what happened. He had 30 point after 30 point after 30 point with a 45-point game, this and that. And then next thing you know, he's back to regular old 19 point, 18 point, 17 point.
Regular?
Yes.
Oh.
I want him to look, no hate. I hope he's the player that he wants to be, but I'm not buying it. Hashtag Team Julius Randle.
All I know is when I was out in Vegas and I was surrounded by Knicks fans, all I could hear about nonstop was KP, man. When he was on, he was on.
Look,
he
you ain't gonna get that from me.
He couldn't be this.
You ain't gonna get that from me.
So I naturally,
you ain't gonna get that from me.
I was like, maybe KP was a lot more than what I already thought of him.
You ain't gonna get that from me.
Nope. Just saying.
You're right. You're right. And in a lot of situations, they were correct about it, but you ain't gonna get that from me. I keep the same energy. I loved him when he was with us. I believe that at point he could have been there, but even then, I have video receipts. I was excited, but at the same time, I said he's an injury away from being back to good old regular KP. But anyways, I think that's what we're gonna call it. What you guys saying here? Bucks, 76ers. Those aren't Western Conference teams, Joel. Often injured KP. Early months KP is a beast. That's what I'm saying. Like I'll take October Kristaps Porzingis over jersey biting Kyrie Irving. I'll take October Kristaps Porzingis over hoodie Melo. I'll take October Porzingis over cornrows Melo.
Oh,
I'll take anybody over anything, any John Wall.
That's fair. That's completely.
I'll take Ninja Headband De'Aaron Fox over do the John Wall.
That's Super Saiyan right there, man. That's Super Saiyan.
Yep. Anyways, I think that's it for us today, guys. We were all over the place, but it was a fun, good first show. I just realized that I did not add the new background, so you guys will see the new background on Sunday. There was supposed to be a new background behind us. I forgot to add the new background, so poo me, but you'll see it on Saturday. For my audio listeners, I'll listen to this later. You don't see anything, so you guys are like, Chris, shut the hell up. Yeah, it's a throwback. It's a throwback to season 2. Anyways, but yeah, man, we'll be back on track. Oh my gosh, what's happening? This thing's not working.
Uh-oh. Technical difficulties, y'all.
Yeah, as always.
We're okay.
All right, we're good. We're good. All right, but yeah, we're gonna be back on track on Sunday. Appreciate every guys for coming through here. You guys know the deal. Go subscribe to the homie Brandon Warsworld. At some point in his life, he will get back to uploading onto his channel. He will get to it. His streams are gonna be coming soon too. You guys know the deal. If you haven't already, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell. Brandon, how you feeling? Say goodbye to the people.
All right, y'all. We missed y'all. We talked about y'all all summer, damn near. How great this show is.
Glad to be back.
Could not wait to come back, and we are here. And we are greater than last year.
Stronger, man. Y'all came out like swinging in the first episode, boy. Appreciate every single one of y'all, man. CK is malfunctioning. CK had a day today, but yeah, we made it through. Sunday, I'll see you guys then. I'll see you guys on Thursday because new video coming Thursday. But yes, we will both see you guys on Sunday. Much love, people. Appreciate every single one. Appreciate the mods. Appreciate the newbies. Appreciate the regulars. Y'all know the deal. We out of here. Goodbye.
Peace, love, and happiness. Spread it.
All right. I was going to say something funny, but I ain't got nothing. All right, bye.
You going to say something stupid?
Nah, I was going to say something reckless.